Woo! The leaks just keep rolling in. In this video, we're going over the new DLC weapons coming within Black Ops 6 Season 1. 4 are confirmed, 2 are up in the air, and let me tell you, they're looking quite good. If you guys enjoy the content and want to stay up to date with any and all news, updates, best class setups, and best settings, feel free to drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, turn those post notifications. Let's go ahead and discuss. Now, the nice thing about the weapons we're getting within Season 1 is that we're getting a mixture of fan favorite as well as original concepts. Let me know down in the comment section, what is one weapon you want to see return or be added into Black Ops 6? It doesn't matter from what Call of Duty game it's been in, or if it's never been in a Call of Duty game and it's your favorite gun that we have not seen, let me know. We're getting assault rifles, marksman rifles, pistols, launchers, a potential sniper rifle, and more coming within Season 1. Now, the first weapon we're going to go ahead and discuss is going to be a fan favorite weapon, and it is going to be a marksman rifle, and it's going to be the FAL. The FAL is going to be returning to Black Ops 6, which honestly, I am very happy about. I'm honestly surprised that they're actually bringing in another semi-automatic weapon within Black Ops 6 this early on, because typically players gravitate toward fully automatic weapons, and whenever they do go ahead and start off the seasonal content within Call of Duty, it's always assault rifles, SMGs, a shotgun, and a sniper rifle. That's typically what they do. This COD, they are going ahead and kind of giving us everything we want, but they decided to bring in a marksman rifle, which is quite interesting. Obviously, the FAL, we know it is going to be a high damage semi-automatic weapon, and if you guys don't know, the FAL is a high damage semi-automatic weapon. You can most likely anticipate it getting a one-shot kill to the head, 2-shot to the body, and it is going to be a precision weapon. So those who are accurate are definitely going to enjoy this. Now, the FAL has had a couple of different iterations in the Call of Duties that have previously released. In the OG Black Ops 1, it did have a fire rate cap, which prevented people that have trigger fingers from absolutely going crazy with it. But in Black Ops 2, it actually did not have a fire rate cap. So if you had a trigger finger and you were accurate, you could absolutely destroy with this weapon. Considering the fact that it is going to be a marksman rifle, I am going to be under the assumption that this weapon is going to have a fire rate cap, and it's not going to be spammable, but it's most likely going to be effective because it is in the marksman rifle category, which means it's going to be able to get a one-shot headshot as well as a 2-shot to the body. So this is something I'm definitely going to check out, and I do hope that it is going to be a part of the meta that we have currently within Black Ops 6. Now, we are also going to be getting an assault rifle in Season 1, and this actually looks really interesting. It really gives me the Cooper Carbine vibes from Call of Duty Vanguard, believe it or not. Now, the assault rifle is called the SAR-80. I'm going to go ahead and put a screenshot of this weapon on the screen for you guys to take a look at, because this is something that I personally have not seen in a Call of Duty game. It looks similar to a weapon we've previously had, but we have not had an SAR-80 in any Call of Duty games up until then. So this is going to be pretty interesting. I'm really curious to see how this is going to play out. Most likely, it is going to be a moderate damage, low recoil, 30-round magazine assault rifle that is most likely going to be effective. I do hope that it is going to go ahead and challenge the XM4, because right now the XM4 arguably is the best assault rifle in the entire game. Some people will go ahead and say that the Model L is better and the AK-74 is better. Me personally, I do enjoy the AK-74, but the XM4 ease of use is just trumping over those weapons. It is a point-and-shoot solution, so hopefully the SAR-80 is also good, so we have another weapon we can use within the current meta. I do not want them to go ahead and nerf guns we already have in-game to make room for DLC weapons. I think that would be a big mistake. What they should do is just have all the guns be competitive, so we have a choice and we can pick what gun we want to use. So I do hope the SAR-80 is going to be an assault rifle that is going to be a part of the meta, just like the FAL. Now, we are getting a pistol, within season 1 as well. And this is actually going to be a fan favorite weapon, just like the FAL, and this is going to be the 5.7. I'm personally pretty stoked to use this pistol because whenever they bring in a DLC pistol, or secondary for that matter, that's actually a ranged weapon, not including launchers and, you know, maybe some gimmick weapons they bring in, I'm talking about something that shoots bullets, it's typically overpowered. Now, the 5.7, we saw it in Black Ops 2, and this was a pistol that also, just like the FAL, did not have a fire rate cap. So I'm curious to see if the 5.7 is going to be the same here in Black Ops 6, where the faster you fire the weapon, the more overpowered it is. I'm really excited to go ahead and get my hands on this. I think it's going to be a great secondary, and it's probably going to replace the Strider, which I currently use right now. I mean, the Strider has a 30-round magazine. I can almost guarantee the 5.7 is going to have at least a 20-round magazine, maybe even 30 like the Strider, and it's going to be a good contender. That's something that I really do hope the devs are going to be focusing on this game, because we just need to have DLC weapons and honestly all the guns in general to be all usable. Everything's competitive, so you do not have to pick and choose. You could just literally say, all right, I want to use this gun this game, and not feel like you're at a disadvantage. So hopefully the 5.7 is going to be a part of the meta that we have in Black Ops 6 as far as secondaries goes. Let me know down in the comment section if you guys are excited for this pistol. Really excited for this, and honestly, I'm surprised they decided to bring this in the game early on. Now, for the fourth confirmed weapon, this is going to be a launcher. Now, I know a lot of people are going to be up in arms about launchers, but I do feel like this is just going to be like a gimmick weapon that they're just bringing in just to add content. We still have 2 other weapons that are not officially confirmed, but they are looking good, and the launcher is going to be the M72 Law. Now, we see this in every single Cold War era or Vietnam era Call of Duty. It's going to be a shoulder fire launcher, and honestly, it's going to be kind of like the RPG, but obviously the NATO version. What the Americans are running. So definitely go ahead and let me know what you guys think of the M72 Law. Are you excited for this? Personally, I'm not really too up in arms over launchers. It's just, it is what it is. This is like, you know, melee weapon type excitement for me. It's like a gimmick weapon. They bring it in every single season, or they, you know, bring one in every couple of seasons to appease, you know, a certain audience likes to go ahead and run around and blow people up. So this is something that you know, you either are excited for or not really. Personally, I'm not really excited for this, but what I am excited for is the FAL, the SR80, that could be potentially the M4, aka the XM4 contender, as well as the 5.7. So let me know down in the comment section what you guys think of the 4 confirmed DLC weapons that we're getting within season 1. Now let's go ahead and discuss the 2 unconfirmed DLC weapons that we could see within season 1. They're pretty interesting. Now, the first weapon we're going to discuss is going to be a shotgun, believe it or not, and it is a fan favorite weapon, or at least in my personal opinion, it's a fan favorite weapon. Now, the KSG shotgun is apparently returning to Black Ops 6. We saw the KSG in Black Ops 2. I'm going to put a screenshot of the KSG up so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. And this actually was the first sniper shotgun we saw in COD history, where it fires a slug and it has extended range. I will be very shocked if they do go ahead and bring in the KSG within Black Ops 6 this early on. I honestly would not be surprised if it came at a later date, because I don't think it makes sense to bring in a shotgun this early on within Call of Duty Black Ops 6. The current shotguns we have in game right now are not that good. So typically what they do, if a weapon class is underpowered, they typically just go ahead and buff it, and then they bring in DLC at a later date. Considering the fact that we have no news on a weapon balance update regarding the current shotguns, I don't really see why they would go ahead and bring the KSG into the game right now, unless it was going to be incredibly overpowered. Let me know down in the comment section what you guys think. Would you rather them bring in the KSG now, or wait for a later date and replace this with some other DLC weapon, maybe a submachine gun or another assault rifle? Now, the final DLC weapon that is apparently supposed to be releasing, which honestly I really do hope comes out, if one of the two had to come out. I hope this is what actually releases, and it's going to be a sniper rifle, and it's going to be the R700. The R700 is rumored to return within Black Ops 6. This is actually one of my favorite snipers from Call of Duty 4. I'm going to put a screenshot of the R700 up so you guys know what I'm talking about. This is a bolt action sniper rifle. Whenever they bring in bolt action snipers, I'm always excited for them. I love sniping in Call of Duty, and I definitely want to go ahead and get my hands on the R700 because it has been some time since it has been, you know, officially in a Call of Duty game. We had some versions in Modern Warfare 2019, but the R700, the actual R700, is apparently going to be in Black Ops 6. This is most likely going to be kind of just like the Ballista, where it's going to be a faster type sniper rifle where you can quick scope with it. And honestly, it'd be cool if they just brought the Ballista in as well, but probably at a later date. Again, let me know down in the comments what you guys think of the R700. These are going to be the 6 weapons that we are apparently getting within Black Ops 6. We have the SAR-80 assault rifle, we have the FAL marksman rifle, we have the 5.7 pistol, we have the M72 Law, the KSG, as well as the R700. What are you most excited for? Honestly, I'm excited for the FAL, the SAR-80, and truth be told, I'm excited for the R700 because I really enjoy sniping. But again, let me know down in the comment section what you guys want to see. The last two could be anything, honestly. They could completely switch it up and bring in 2 other submachine guns, 2 other assault rifles, or 2 other melee weapons. So if you guys are enjoying the content and want to stay up to date with any and all updates, because the season 1 update is literally less than 2 weeks away, so I guarantee we're going to get a hard confirmed list within the next couple of days. Make sure you guys stay tuned, and if you guys enjoy, drop a like on the vid, subscribe to the channel, turn those post notifications. Catch you guys in the next one. Deuces.